I'm almost halfway there, but you know, to travel while you
trigger inspiration to the audience.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, our next speaker is delivering a speech from the Motivational Strategies Pathway. The project name is Inspire Your Audience, and he's currently at level 2. Now, his focus for tonight is on the delivery of his speech, where he's aiming to make more eye contact across the whole room, and while also speaking with a strong and confident voice. The title of today's speech is Letter to My 20s. And in this heartfelt message, our speaker will share his reflections designed to inspire the younger listeners, while also resonating with those who have already traveled down that road. Please join me in welcoming Big Ren to his speech.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Shania, for the introduction. So yeah, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I am scared. I'm 24 and I'm counting, and meaning I'm living in my 20s. I'm almost halfway there, and really, I still feel afraid. But you know why? My greatest fear is actually about not being able to live it the way it should be, and regretting it when I reach 30 or even beyond. And that makes me anxious. That makes me worry. And therefore, I search for answers for that fear in the everyday. Every time I work, every time I rest, every time I go home from a train, I think of things. I search online, look at things, ask people. But you know what I find? Noises. Everyone is telling me different things. Every day, new ideas pop up. There will be this something that you have to do, something that you want to do, something that you need to do. And I know I can't do everything. Everything becomes a choice, a decision. And with so many things to choose, I was overwhelmed. And not just one time, but pretty much all the time. And one day, out of the tiredness at work and overwhelmed by all of these choices, I do what most people would do. I decided to rest on the couch and scroll through my phone and doom scroll. But that one time, I discovered something. A message packaged in the form of a letter and mentioned by this influencer. It is simple in the form of a letter, but it resonates so much with me. And that's why for today's speech, I will encapsulate that letter to you. And it starts like this. Letter to my 20s. In your 20s, you should shut up. Okay? Because I've been told to travel while you're young, see the world, book that solo trip, and find yourself in a different country, possibly in a different continent like Europe. But don't be reckless. Stay grounded, save your money, invest early, buy a property, build that side hustle, and create some passive income. But don't chase money. Be bold, take risks, and chase your dream. Start your own business, but keep your 9-to-5 job just in case. Work hard, hustle non-stop, build your empire, but don't burn out. Protect your peace. Be ambitious, but don't forget to be grateful. Move out of your parents' house, study overseas, aim for that master's degree, find a new job, but don't forget to come back home once in a while because you'll miss them. Move to Brisbane, meet people, network, but keep your circle small and trust no one. Okay, go out, have fun, and make memories, but don't drink too much and end up hanging hangover in the morning. Stay home, read, meditate, journal, work on yourself, but don't be boring. You're young, live a little, be single, enjoy your freedom, but don't wait for that too long. Fall in love, build a future, but take it slow, don't rush. Have kids while you're young. But actually, why rush? Be single first. Eat clean, whole foods, no caffeine. Cut sugar, avoid gluten, but also don't obsess. Don't count your macros, because life is too short not to eat that damn cake. Be consistent, be disciplined. Wake up at 5, bed by 9, but don't forget to rest. Pick up new hobbies. Try yoga, weightlifting, running, cooking, but don't spread yourself too thin. Focus and stick to something. Master your craft. Be good at something. Try everything. Be present, but plan ahead. Say yes to every opportunity, but know your boundaries. Learn to say no. Take a leap, but don't be stupid. So, it's like walking on a tightrope, blindfolded. Every step is laced with someone else's expectation. And somehow, no matter what you choose, you'll feel like you're doing it wrong. But maybe, just maybe, the secret to living the best life in my 20s isn't about making the perfect choices. Maybe it's about making the ones that feel right now. Even if you change your mind, even if you change your mind later, and even if you mess it up, because growth isn't a straight line. It's a trial and error. It's about doing your best with what you know until you know better. Okay, Mr. Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Thank you, Toastmaster. So with Gibran and now the speaker, I had the pleasure of evaluating this speech. With the speech, the intent was to inspire the audience to hold eye contact, loud confidence with the vocal projection, and a message that touches and inspires both young and old alike. The opening to this speech opened with vulnerability, and that really drew us in to connect immediately, which allowed us to be one with the speaker, and then that was able to take us on a journey. That journey, a self-reflection at just shy of 25, I think is a fantastic thing. For me, self-reflection took a little bit longer than that, and I commend the speaker for being able to use that as something to trigger inspiration to the audience. The speaker funneled what was this vulnerability of searching. What is the purpose? What am I looking for? It took us on the wilderness journey, searching, decisions, overwhelm, to a point where it's like, this is the pit, doom scrolling. Yet like a miner on his last shovel, he's found the rock, the hidden gem, with this letter, which both has the contradictions of the do this but do that. Be confident but don't be overbearing. The great one there was network but trust no one. That really allowed the humour to resonate and connect with the audience. What I would challenge a speaker to do is to allow that the energy brought in by reciting that letter with the ownership to actually crescendo to the message that was to be delivered. There was a slight, almost like air coming out of a balloon slightly as towards the message that was being delivered. And I think with the shut up component, it could have been while they're telling me at this age to shut up, to open into, make your decisions, so what you know, or make your decisions for what you know until you know better. So you can go from that, I'm being shut up, I'm being told to do this, that, to expand and open into who you really are. just to really round up and draw the audience in to inspire them onto the better journey. Very rewarding to listen to this. Goals achieved, and look forward to the next one. Well done. Thank you.